Joe Higgins wanted to open up the conversation this morning. I don't want to waste any time with this.
So, I got a postcard from Winchester at my home, and it brought back so many memories of when I ran in '08. And it just brought back so many patterns. And the postcard is a hit piece on Allie, and you're hearing his ads and whatnot. And can Allie be trusted is what the premise is. But it's the typical hit piece poster card. So in the front, they've got all these little rip-offs from the news articles. So you got Tucson Sentinel, Southern Arizona News Examiner,
oh God,
Explorer, Arizona Daily Star, and KVUA. So here's the pattern, because I lived this pattern. I was this guy. I was the outsider trying to challenge the incumbent, which was Ann Day at the time. You get a phone call from Nitzel, and it's something stupid that he asks you about or looks up or finds some bit of information on you. And in my case, I missed 2 primaries, I think is what it was, voting. And I remember one of them because I had the 3 businesses. I left the house at 5 and I got home at 7:30, and I didn't make the poll. So after that, I went permanent early ballot because I can't function my day. So I knew I had to do that. So he calls us, "Why didn't you vote for these 2 things?" And I said, "Jim, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I didn't vote." Well, that's the headline that goes in the paper. He didn't know. Joe blew off bloating. Now compare that with what's going on with this guy, Winchester, who blew off 9 of 12. Recent ones, and then got caught lying about it on the air, and that doesn't even get touched. So that's the irony of this, you know what I mean? Because it didn't fit the narrative. I was the outsider challenging the insider. John is the insider challenging Allie, who happens to be the outsider. So the narrative in the media didn't fit. So the article doesn't get written.
Yeah.
And it doesn't get put on a nasty hit card postcard.
Sure.
Then Nitzel hits me on another one about I had a bunch of rental properties and homes and industrial stuff. One of them got titled as my primary residence by mistake. I didn't sign the document that said it. The difference in the tax collection to the county would have been like $200 or $300, so it wasn't a big number. I didn't even know about it. He went through the tax rolls, found it, and hit me with it. Writes another hit piece. Shows up on Arizona Illustrated with Ann Day and me, the Tucson Citizen at the time, writes a story, and Mark Kimball's on the stage and hits me with this issue. So it's the narrative. And when the media outlets start rolling through, all they're doing is setting it up for the nasty postcard to hit.
Of course.
And that's what you're seeing with Allie. It's not that they're not talking about all the other negative things. They're not bringing up anything like Winchester is suing the city of Tucson because his bike ran over the tracks of the streetcar and he fell. Chris, what is in that lawsuit that is interesting to you? The claim that he's going after for $1 million to the city of Tucson because he doesn't know how to ride perpendicular instead of horizontal. Right. Where's the personal responsibility on John Winchester for not crossing a train track?
Well, and again, the idea
where's that in all these stories?
He's suing their magic streetcar.
Right. Where's that in all these stories? Why doesn't the media pick up on these things? Because it doesn't fit the narrative of what they're trying to put
Because Chuck wants Winchester. The Chuck and the Power Machine want Winchester to win.
Correct.
That's where we're at.
Correct.
So even when you look at this stuff, okay, and you look at this, and you know what's so pathetic about this thing? Southern Arizona News Examiner. That's Emil.
Yeah.
Okay, this is his, he's trying to remain as relevant as humanly possible at his stage of his life. This is what he's got. But here's the thing. He's working on Who's campaign.
Yeah.
On Winchester's campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a source for, I mean, this is how pathetic all of this is.
So here's the next thing I wanted to bring up to you. Because when I ran against Ann Day, I had people on my team saying, you got to hit her, you got to do these negatives, you got to be this contrast, you got to be, paint her as the devil. And I said to them, that is not how I'm going down. I live in this town, and I'm going to live here beyond this race, and I don't want to be that guy. Well, this guy is now that guy.
Is that guy?
Are we better as a community when you put this kind of stuff out? Watch what's happening at the national level. This is ridiculous. Well, and this guy is forever branded as that guy that is just a jerk and that is inside baseball and picked and handpicked and loves Banner Hospital and loves the World Balloon Deal. He's running the ads. You're hearing him. It's sad.
Well, he's handpicked is the problem by the establishment.
It's
by
sad. It's just sad. Because I've been in that seat, man. I had that decision as a candidate. Do I want to go there? And I said, no, I don't want to go there. That's not me. That's not good. That's not good for us, and it's not good for the community. And he's going there. And we all go there now. That's where our politics have devolved to, and I don't think we're a better society or community because of it.
See, we don't call candidates to come on the show. Right. If you want to reach our audience, you call up or you email us, wakeuptucson@gmail.com. First of all, Winchester would never have the guts to sit in and have this discussion with you and I. He would never be able to hang with us.
So they hide.
So what happens is we do this passive-aggressive Sharon Bronson thing.
Right.
Literally, a lot of the same people that are helping and want John Winchester to win are the same people that want Sharon Bronson to win. Similar donors to the campaign, some people who are helping on his campaign, similar folks out there that are doing this. But again, John would never have the guts to have a real conversation with us about anything, even when he's been on Mike Shaw, and Mike and him seem to be friends. And when our listeners call him up, he's horrendous with the callers. I mean, he's pathetic, and he keeps doubling down. And you're right. You do have to look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day.
Is it Christian? Is it the way you want to be? Is it what you want your kids to see?
That's the best part.
I
mean,
come on.
When these guys
That's
play,
the part that gets me so
it's
mad.
kind of the idea of when you guys want to keep telling each other you're great Christians. Are you living it? Is it so when John sees the stuff, and
he greenlit it. It's his name. It's not an independent expenditure. He greenlit it.
When you see the picture of putting
Eileen behind bars, is that what that is?
Hillary
Look at that, and Hillary on the same page with her.
Again,
whatever.
Oh, that's dirty.
It's where we've evolved to.
I understand.
It's unfortunate. And again, this young man who has never done anything in this community from a leadership point of view is now that guy.
Well,
Winchester is now that guy.
Well, and go back to the backstory where this all started. Was he lives in Ray Carroll's ward, right?
No,
Richard Elias.
Richard Elias's ward, okay? But him and Ray Carroll got together. Ray is leaving, and Ray says, "This is my last.
Let's get Allie Miller.
This is my last shot at Allie Miller, okay? And so why don't you run against her instead of running against the guy in your ward, like you would think so, or take my place? No, we're going to put you up against Allie, and we're going to give it everything we got.
Right.
And it's just dirty. It stinks. It's not real, and it's the way they play it here in Pima County.
If you heard his ad at the beginning of the show, it's Allie's against puppy dogs and kitty cats.
Yeah.
She doesn't like Raytheon. I mean,
it's a whole story.
It's ridiculous.
Before they prop this guy up and put up
what happened
signs
is
and say,
you have a guy like Winchester. He's got his ego and everything. He can never admit he's wrong, ever. Even when you see him when he gets nervous when people are hitting him on his phone calls about his voting record, he went to I did fill it out because he said he voted against all the Pima County bonds.
Yep, on the air.
Right. Then
and
it was proven he never voted.
Oh, he didn't vote
for
in
that
one.
vote.
Oh,
he didn't vote in the bond election.
So then he
how
said,
do you run and say I'm against him? And then
so he went to I filled it all out, but then there was a provisional and I didn't get it. That kind of thing. It was someone else's fault, kind of thing. All right. So I will tell you that in the end, he is still a young, impressionable guy, and he has guys like Don Diamond.
The Keep Pima County Crappy crowd.
You are correct.
Is behind him financially.
Sad to say, it's Bert Lopez is part of that crew too. Ray Carroll. Who else is on there? Oh God, I saw Diana Medeiros is on his thing. I'm like, oh my God, Diana, why would you do that? All right, but he has these people that are that can impress upon this guy, people with power, money, or whatever, who are telling him. I'm sure they've given him the Congress line. One of them has had to say, we can get you to Congress if you just do this. So he is an impressionable puppet right now, sad to say.
And it's especially unique to me because I've run for the dang seat. And the same thing he's doing. I've challenged an incumbent. I get it.
Yep.
We know Allie. I've been involved with Allie and helping Allie. And I think what Allie does is amazing because she takes the barbs. She's getting hit for you guys. As you listen to her ad, it's true. She is going against the tide. She's taking a ton of aggression for the voter. It's not for herself. That's what I love about her.
Yep.
She's accomplished and can go off into the sunset and have her life and be retired, whatever she wants. But she is taking this heat because it's the right thing to do. We're not in the right direction as a community, and she is stepping up to run for that. That's the litmus test.
But you're right. The Pima crappy crowd. This is a full court press.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we've never said Allie's run her this whole last 4 years perfectly. She definitely has her issues. Yeah. But when it comes to the voter,
the big things,
the taxpayer,
your tax rates,
this kind of thing,
basics,
she's there, and she takes a lot of hits for the taxpayer.
So keep running those ads, guys. We appreciate it. I'm going to buy my kids new shoes with all the money you're spending on our show. But this is the point we do. This is opinion. This is our commentary. And hopefully, over the 7 years of listening to this show, we have woven a story to you. You have realized that we watch this much closer than you may have watching it. We know the inside baseball, and that's what we pontificate on. So bring on the ads. We appreciate the money, but we're going to talk about the reality of what you're doing.
It's just
you got to look in the mirror, John, and I hope that your family looks at you. And this is unfortunate.
Let's get Eastside Don on real quick before we get to Italian food.